In April 1955, the Americans have landed near Trondheim. I haven't seen combat in this area in a while. What the Americans have failed, however, to take into account is that we have submarines operating in the area. So a lot of the invading troops actually ended up at the bottom of the fjord. That means we are probably not even going to need the mountain infantry at this point, because I think the regular infantry divisions near Trondheim can take this on by themselves to deal with some, let me say, exhausted American divisions that are very weak and not in the best shape after most of their supplies and troops have been sunk in the fjords. So that was successful in terms of submarine operations. The Germans are still trying to send transports through the English Channel, which I think is an ambitious endeavor. But we are very low on fuel. That said, we're probably not going to contest the air over Western Germany, because, well, right now there's not many of them. Once we are starting to put up fighters in of ourselves, they can easily field 3,000-4,000 fighters just to clear out the skies. So not something we're going to be doing an awful lot about, which means we are going to just begin the armored operations. And I think I'm going to use the tanks here to try and push through the southern lines and isolate the massive French accumulation near Frankfurt here. So let's get everybody ready with planning. Yes, we do have the river crossing divisions ready as well when we need them. So we can use them to assist with that push. So let's move in the north. And then we will get the specialized divisions to follow up. And we have captured a Czech operative. And forge ahead in that direction. And we do have a tank division here that can assist with that push, as well as some mechanized infantry. So even if we're not having the air force up, just the ground operations are at this point consuming more fuel than we would like, and we definitely are going to the fuel consumption of the ground units is massive. So we are constructing constructing more refineries, and we're trading with some oil with Germany, but we may actually end up having to pause things a little bit at times. It's a Japanese landing in Wilhelmshaven. I'm going to let Germany deal with that, and I will have to send the tanks if need be. Can I give them air support? No, I don't have the fuel for that. I can't really give them air support. Okay. We'll do it. Air superiority and ground attack. These are all just fighter units, yeah. So let's help the defenders in Wilhelmshaven. That'll deplete our scarce fuel reserves even more. But we are making the push here. Yeah, we definitely need to take it slowly with our fuel consumption, because sheesh, the amount of fuel that we're burning through. We'll just get the mechanized infantry to hold here, and get a couple of them to push on. But we have the rest of the tank forces are going to be the ones pushing ahead and trying to encircle them near Frankfurt. We are going to launch a pinning attack at Frankfurt to make sure that they're not escaping while the tanks are rolling in. That is an expensive endeavor, and we can shorten the front lines here a bit. Come on. There we go. Okay. It is an expensive endeavor, but let's see that we can manage to push across while we are trying to hold out in Frankfurt in the north. And we get the specialized units rolling in to assist with the river crossing. I've got a couple of regular tanks, they can assist as well if need be. Yes, the Japanese have landed over northern Germany, which is unfortunate. We have green air, however, so do I have a better airport from which I can operate? Not quite, it's fine. We'll operate from here. But that's a lot of enemy air power. We'll try to assist Germany with clearing out the Japanese incursion here. We'll see if they can manage themselves or if they are going to need assistance. But I would prefer to complete the operation here. Okay, I'm gonna not involve you and instead get the specialized units to handle this, if possible, because that is a river crossing operation. So let's wait for the rest of our divisions to arrive before we do that. And we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, they should be almost there. And then we can... Are we on fuel? 15 days. Operations in the north, pinning operations are sort of petering out at this point. Okay, let's get everybody to assault across the river. And the regular tanks to back them up. I don't think we can support this operation. Yes, we can actually support this from the other side. That should give us a bit more width on the front line, to get more of the tank divisions engaged. And yeah, northern Germany, yes, okay, we have to stop the air operations again. It's they can mobilize a massive amount of fighter craft that will just we will just be wearing down our scarce fuel reserves and our our positions. So with the Japanese landing in the north, we will see if the Germans can successfully mount a counterattack. Otherwise, after we've taken on the French in Frankfurt, we will have to do it ourselves. So let's see. But I do wish to get across the. Can we get some reinforcements in here, please? That would be great. I've got lots of reserves. We've got the combat width, and they are counterattacking on the other side now to prevent us, and they're counterattacking here as well to get out. But get me the rest of the tanks involved, please. I've got 3 tank divisions. I just need the reserves to be engaged. Then we can. There we go. That's the second one in. And you support that from here. How is the... Okay, Germany is struggling to contain that, but they're pulling more troops, so they should be able to deal with that. Let me put it this way. This is a difficult operation. We've got one more tank division that isn't engaged yet, and obviously we are attacking across river lines here. But supply is a bit of an issue as well. Quick look over into. We have Americans landing. I haven't even seen that. Okay, fine. We'll deal with that as well. And they have brought. We've sunk a fair amount of them on the way. But have we cleared up Trondheim? Yes, we have cleared up Trondheim. But we do have to make sure that we are clearing this up as well. The Germans are going to help again, which is lovely of them. But we do want to make sure that we clear that up. Germany try to contain the Japanese in Wilhelmshaven, if you mind. I really want to finish the Frankfurt operation, and we've now got all 3 tank divisions engaged. But the Dutch are under Chinese command are annoyingly resilient in this area. So it's and again too many fighters in the air that we cannot contest this. We would need more aircraft. I'm gonna hold back with air operations for now. We don't have the fuel for it, and we just literally can't. Bring enough aircraft to bear. But we should be able to, yeah, 3 more divisions. We should be able to bring them. We should be able to get them to get them out of their trenches, and then we can send in the rest of the armored divisions. In fact, I am actually going to send the armored divisions north, because we have now encircled Frankfurt. So I want the tank divisions to move north across the river and then start attacking Frankfurt. And we are already going to get everybody who's ready, including the heavy attack divisions, to start taking down the French that we have encircled in Frankfurt and liberate Frankfurt, including you, please. There we go. And we are getting 3 tank divisions to join the fight momentarily. The river crossing divisions are somewhat exhausted, unfortunately, at this point. But again, our old friend Bradley has managed to escape, and I think I'm going to need to have send some tanks to Wilhelmshaven to clean that up afterwards. What is this looking like now? More Americans here, and okay, we'll stop the assault for now. Germany is sending troops in. I am going to need the 2nd Mountain Division here. I'm going to delete that. Okay, 2 mountain divisions. Try to evict the Americans here if you can, and see if we can get them. We can get them destroyed. Unfortunately, they are moving about, and they do have a floating dock here again. So while we have sunk a fair amount of them, and we continue doing so, the Americans are again a pest when it comes to naval invasions. And once we have cleared the positions in Frankfurt, then okay, we've got the tanks engaged now. Then we will we can get them all on target. Once we've cleared out the remaining French in Frankfurt, and we've got supply coming from Frankfurt, then we can plan the next offensive operations. But I think I will have to do some sanitation first. So we'll clear out Frankfurt together, but then I will probably send the tanks north to push back the Japanese, because Germany is struggling and they are holding the port in Wilhelmshaven, so they can send in more divisions. In fact, I might have a couple of tank divisions that are currently not otherwise occupied that I can already send. Yeah, we've got 3 tank divisions. We'll send them north to retake Wilhelmshaven. And from once we've cut off their supply, then we should be able to deal with the rest of them. Okay, we'll clear that up. Yep, we have cleaned this up here. Okay, Frankfurt is taken. Everybody moving onto their positions. I will be back once we have cleaned up the naval invasions. Okay, that took a little longer than I thought. Oh, no, never mind. The Americans have landed in Groningen again. I just cleared out the Japanese and the Americans from Groningen. The moment I'm diverting my troops, they're back again. Okay, yeah, never mind. I'll have to clear that out for the Germans, because this is too much for the Germans to clear. And I'll be back when we're ready. Okay, I think the Americans just dropped a nuke on Hamburg. And that, my friends, is a massive escalation. And really, America, do you think that was a wise move? I'm not so sure. But we had just a nuke going off in Hamburg, and the Second World War in 1955 has just gone nuclear. I know that the Germans have been building bombs, but we might have to do something about that, to be honest. Okay, for now, we'll deal with the American incursion and just inflict pain on them. Okay, slight diversion. The that has been dealt with, and obviously the shock from the nuclear explosion in Hamburg. Fortunately, none of our troops were positioned there, but still, the world is in shock about this atrocity that the Americans committed. Nevertheless, we may have a chance to take out Czechoslovakia on the quick, because they are actually relatively far towards capitulation. So the idea being, if I'm going to send the tank divisions to Bratislava, and I've got some mountain divisions from the 3rd in the north as well to potentially create a surround here and deal with these. But that would possibly liberate parts of southern Germany that I will otherwise not have to deal with. Although it looks like the Dutch have taken over Munich, which is unfortunate, but we'll kick Czechoslovakia out of the war for now, and we will see what the impact of that is going to be. So, tanks are going to rush to Bratislava for now, and that should not be a massive problem. We can get air support up in the region, although we are some of our air wings have taken quite a beating from the recent operations. But let's get the air contested over Czechoslovakia and see if we can shoot a fair amount of them down. What's our mission efficiency? Yeah, mission efficiency is good. Okay, green air over Czechoslovakia. Tanks are on the roll. And we are about to take Bratislava. And I think from there we will literally just hang north and see if we can encircle some of these divisions here while we're at it. But I'm curious to see if that is going to manage to. I am going to leave one tank division behind just to defend, because we don't have any motorized infantry here. Yes, that has been enough. So Czechoslovakia has capitulated, which is great news, because now suddenly Germany is back in control, and we do have potentially some opportunities here to wipe out a fair amount of the Allied troops along the lines, although I would assume that most of them are just going to recapture the German territory. So it might look like we could just squeeze them. The problem is we don't really have anybody around. So we'll continue with the plan, try to take down these British divisions here, and if Germany, we'll see what Germany does. And otherwise we will just hold our lines. Yeah, the Allies are counterattacking across the lines here. Okay, I need to slow that down, otherwise things get hectic and I might be missing something. We will try to we do need a pinning attack against the divisions here while the tanks are rolling in, and we will just try to see if we can cut off and destroy some of these divisions here while we're at it. We might actually be, well, no, they can escape to the north relatively easily, and this is hilly territory, so not ideal for the tanks to fight in. But let's deal with that position while we're at it. And we are literally just we can send one division south here, to be fair, and we'll see if we can manage to. See if we can manage to send the tanks south into Vienna, retake Vienna, and just kind of roll them up from the rear here. There's a lot of enemy divisions here, but obviously they are already retaking German territory, so we'll see how far we can get. Actually, maybe these 3 divisions are a better target, so we'll send the tanks around to take these 3 divisions. While the rest of the tank divisions is assisting with destroying this position here. And then we've got these 5 here. And then we'll chase them through Vienna and see how much we can get done in the south, and if we can manage to cut off and destroy a couple more of those. Now this is looking mighty confusing. Okay, so Russian operative captured. Let's get the rest of the tank divisions. The rest of the tank divisions south into Vienna. Retake Vienna, if the infantry can't get there first, and just try to keep them bottled up before they can reconnect with friendly territory. We can't really pin them. The Germans are trying to pin, but there's just too many of them. That said, our tanks are relatively quick, so if we can manage to cut off and destroy a couple of them here, that would be quite nice. Let's see what we can do. And we've got a couple more tank divisions that we can use to push. And I think we are retaking territory here. So I'm not entirely certain why we are not controlling this territory here, but we'll get to that eventually. I'll just get rid of the fractured front lines here. So all the tanks should now be... yeah, okay, now that looks better. We're not going to take on the northern cauldron there just yet. I am more keen to rush the tanks through the south and see what we can get done there. That means I have to also take the Air Force off because I need the fuel, and there's no reason for us to waste our planes. So let's get the armored divisions through Vienna, retake the territory, and see what we can manage to cut off and destroy as we're going from this position. Yeah. That definitely has thrown the Allies completely off, and Germany is flooding in. Now we do have to be careful that it isn't breaking the German front lines up too much, but for now the strategic situation does look somewhat stable. Unfortunately, this is hilly territory, so not ideal for my armored operations. You please coming in as well. So let's get all 5 of you here. Take them down there, and then a lot of them are escaping towards Munich, unfortunately, but we'll see how many of them we can actually run down. So let's get the lead tank divisions to continue, and the other 2 are going to try and destroy some divisions here, if we can't overrun them, that is. I might send these south already from Vienna and attack from the south before they manage to get anywhere. But yeah, Germany is now flooding the region here as well. Hungary appears to be back on the map too, and Hungary should be on our side. Yes, Hungary is back. They're still capitulated, obviously, but we could get towards liberating Hungary actually quite effectively here. So where are you moving to? Okay, you're moving there, you're moving there. You please get there as well. Okay. Tanks moving in. I've got some tanks to give chase and see if we can get the overruns, but I think they're not too fast in this territory. And yes, the Allies are counter-attacking viciously across the lines here. I think Saarbrücken is actually empty. Well, let's take Saarbrücken then. It almost looks like the Maginot is empty, to be fair. That is very tempting. Can we actually assault the Americans in the Maginot here? Well, if France is empty, they appear to have taken all the troops off the lines here in France. So, okay. Let's see where we can make a little breakthrough here and cut off a couple more of those divisions. And I am going to just bring the tanks along already. Armored divisions are pushing through. You move that way. Yeah, Germany is now majorly disrupted in trying to secure their new front lines, but that has absolutely thrown the Allies in disarray. So let's get the tanks in place. And no, can we just attack here, please? Why do we need to get through the north? Oh, this is impassable. That's why we're pushing through some Alpine positions here. We could... Well, we'll see how that goes. I do have more tank divisions coming in and more infantry to push in as well. I do need somebody to hold the territory here, though. So let's get some infantry. Yeah, infantry is already moving in south. We've got 4 tank divisions, but I don't think we can completely destroy them here. That said, we do have a fair amount of... we do have some infantry divisions in the north. Let's see if we can cut them off a bit here. And we can send some infantry south here as well. And see if we can get into Regensburg while the tanks are pushing back the infantry here. I'm still not sure I can actually manage to encircle these divisions here. I think there are too many of them. Maybe we can cut these off here near Linz, but I think the rest of them is already evacuating, and I'm not sure what happened here. But we're now moving forward, to be honest, and I think that has probably broken the Allies back in Europe. Germany is occupying Hungary and is trying. The Allies have retreated in huge numbers towards Yugoslavia, and we will try to catch as many of them as we can in the mountains. Actually, I'm going to get that 1 tank division to try and liberate Salzburg. They're not ideal for this, but I don't have any mountaineers around here right now, so we'll send them over, and we will see. We can also actually just push with the infantry towards Linz. We'll see. We'll see if we can manage to encircle somebody. Okay, they do have reinforcements here now, unfortunately. So yeah, this operation isn't gonna work. Probably. Yeah. I mean, I don't think so. No. Let's cancel that. This isn't going to work. Armored breakthroughs are still happening here though, and we might be able to trap some Allied troops around while we're pushing forward. But obviously, tanks in the mountains, not the most effective of things. That said, there's a potential cauldron here as well. That no, don't go through them. Go around them. That we might be able to cut off in future operations. But for now, this is going to be successful. Hopefully, we are now fighting in the Alpine region. Yeah, I'm gonna let the Air Force reconstitute because I do need the fuel for the armored operations. Okay. We're pushing these completely exhausted American divisions around. Let's see if we can cut off more here. And well, we may as well go through the Alps if we can. Salzburg is heavily defended, so we're not going to take them on there. Abort Salzburg, too heavily defended, but push south for now, and we will see if we can. Yeah, I think we'll just concentrate. No, I think we'll just concentrate the attack in the north here. We'll bring the mountain troops in to deal with this eventually. Right now, this is counterproductive. So. Tanks pushing north. I've got some infantry here who can assist. Allies are running for their lives, and Germany is almost back to its original shape. We just have to take Austria, the remainder of southern Germany. But I wonder if Germany is already. No, they need to be 10%. Okay. So we're controlling 79% of victory points, so that's okay. Right, tanks still on the move. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit and see if we can make this push here. Okay, but I think that's about as far as we're gonna get, to be honest, because now the Allied troops are massively reinforcing, but We will see if we can. We will see if we can close the gap near Regensburg here. While and we will actually focus on that and see if we can get around here from 2 directions. See if we can cut it off here. It's not an ideal situation because these are the regular tanks, but these are open plains here, and we might be able to push and make that happen. I'm relying on Germany to retake their positions, but I think they have, and they're actually risking of losing a couple of troops here because the Allies are pushing back towards Hungary, but this is a Germany problem for now. I'm not going to be dealing with that. I'm just looking to inflict a bit of extra damage on Norway. Yeah, the Americans are busy again. I'm just looking to inflict a little bit of extra damage with my armored divisions here, and you as well join a push towards Regensburg. Let's see, and then we will rest and reconstitute the divisions because they will be somewhat exhausted at that point. But it is a tempting cauldron here. Although I think at this point so many enemy divisions have escaped that it's probably not really worth it anymore. In terms of losses, yeah, it's not worth it anymore. Okay, too many of them have escaped. We are going to remove the front line. Let's not throw our tanks away. And we are going to... This is hilly territory, so we might be getting some 3rd Mountaineers in here. But we are going to rebuild another... we're going to rebuild another front line. And I'm just going to get rid of that. So, plan for next episode. We are going to get the 1st Army's armored divisions positioned. Where are we going to push? I would like to push into the open plains of Munich here. So we'll station them in the north, and we are going to get the river crossing divisions on board as well, plus a couple of the motorized infantry. That should do it. And your task is going to be to effectively push back towards Innsbruck. And can I please get control right click? Yeah, 17. And we're going to get the 3rd Army's mountain divisions, at least the ones that are in the area. They are over here at the moment. Ooh, tempting. We are going to get the 3rd Army's mountain divisions. We've got 4 of them. Yep, 4 of them. We are going to get them positioned here near Katowice, although that is a river crossing. Okay, not there. We are going to get them 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are going to get them positioned in the south here, 4 divisions, and your task shall be to encircle and destroy here in the hills. So let's get them around, and that all to come in the next episode. But it's starting to look a lot like Europe is back under our control. The last one to fall at this stage are the French. So once we've cleared up the south here, we will, and I think Romania is a traitor. So those are some people we do need to deal with as well. They do have a fascist ideology, but it's a minority, and they have joined the Allies. But yeah, the next steps are going to be to liberate Austria, and then we will send the tanks into France. And I think the French don't have an awful lot anymore. We've already made incursions into the Maginot. I think, yeah, this part. So we've already taken positions in the Maginot in Alsace-Lorraine. So there's not going to be much they have left anymore. We'll send the tanks to the north. We'll drive to Paris, capitulate France, liberate Italy. And that should... I hope that Italy will be liberated from that, but we can live without Italy if necessary. Italy is overrated. Sorry, Italy. But yeah, that will be that'll be the end of the run, because then we will have achieved our goal of liberating things. And the very last thing we're going to take a look at is Canadian convoys, more Canadian convoys, Dutch convoys. And a couple are still under attack. So our submarines have been mostly reconstituted and are still chasing down enemy convoys. We're very much out of fuel. But how many losses have the Americans now taken? This is the new meme. 16 million from our side. And that will be increasing potentially once we still get some Allied divisions to destroy. But we have pushed relatively far. And the Germans are in control of, back in control of a large amount of their territory, including bits of Hungary that the Allies haven't managed to retake. And we will deal with the Alpine regions as well as with southern Germany and then France, and then I will call it saved. And I mean, honestly, I think that we can call it that. We're still short on self-propelled artillery. Everything else we appear to have. So I might throw a couple more factories in that. I haven't shown you that in a while. We've got 10. Let's make it 15. So the next factories coming online can go into, and we can maybe reduce the self-propelled AA by 2 because we've got a lot of them. So more self-propelled artillery, and we do have a lot of modern tanks at this point already, so we can maybe reduce these a little bit as well. There we go. More focus towards self-propelled artillery, and the army is in a good state, I would say, overall. And that's it for me today. Thanks, everybody, and I shall see you next time. Bye-bye.